In this video, I'm going to briefly go over the cost of living here in Thailand in 2023. I'm going to go over my basic costs for housing, electricity, water, Wi-Fi, and basic living expenses. Just like this coffee right here, 40 baht, Americano. Also, before we begin, please like the video because every single like helps me out a lot. Something that I do want to mention is that the housing prices have been steadily going up in the recent months compared to during the pandemic times. For example, my condo here in Pattaya, I was able to rent for an outstanding deal at 6,000 baht per month. But now in a few months, I just got notified that the landlord wants to increase the rent to 8,000 baht, but that's still really cheap for this awesome place right next to the ocean. So I'm probably gonna end up staying here anyways. In terms of renting a place in Pattaya next to the ocean, you could probably rent a place anywhere from, I would say 8,000 baht at the low, all the way up to, it could be up to 100,000 baht at the very high. But let's look at a few examples from some online websites. Here we could see at the lower end of the spectrum is a condo for 6,000 baht per month. And it's a one-bedroom condo, about 15 minutes to 20 minutes walking distance away from the beach. Then we move up into the mid-range of the market and we can see that this condo is 23,000 baht per month and it's right next to the ocean with stunning views and stunning amenities. Then when we go up into the upper range of the market, we could see this condo for 100,000 baht per month. And it's actually a 2-story condo and it's within walking distance from the beach and stunning views of the ocean. The next thing I want to talk about is the costs of electricity for my one-bedroom condo here in Pattaya. And I actually stay in very often and I turn on the AC almost constantly. And I keep it at about 23 degrees Celsius. So I'm not sure what that translates to Fahrenheit, but I have it blowing all the time. And I only spend about 1,000 baht per month on electricity. So if you're working a full-time job here in Thailand, you might spend a lot less than that because you might not be home all the time. Also, just a random thing, I picked up this pomegranate juice and it says it's 100% pure pomegranate juice. And I got 3 bottles for 200 baht. But I'm pretty sure it is pure pomegranate juice because it's quite bitter. My water bill is super cheap here. This is absolutely ridiculous, especially coming from Las Vegas where the water bills used to be super high. I remember spending like $300 a month in water in Las Vegas because my place used to have a pool, and that is absolutely insane. So my water bill here in Pattaya, Thailand is only 300 baht every 3 months. So that's only about $3 per month. It might be different at the different condo complexes, but where I live, that's how they do their rates, and I'm not complaining. Moving over into my telephone and Wi-Fi expenses, they're actually really cheap. And right now I have this special deal with True for my cell phone. And this was actually a deal that I got before I went back to America because I wanted just to keep my phone plan. And it was 100 baht per month. And when I came back to Thailand, I went to go talk with the people over at the shop, and they said that, oh yeah, if you want, you could just keep this plan. And I was like, what's the difference between my plan and like if I spend the 1,500 baht per month, right? And they basically just told me your internet would be a little faster. So I was like, oh, so 100 baht per month compared to 1,500 baht per month, I'll take the 100 baht per month for now. And in terms of my internet, because my condo is not the newest condo, it's not an old condo, but it's not the brand new condos, they only have like the slower internet. So my internet costs me about 350 baht per month. It's pretty decent internet, but it was nowhere near as good as when I had, the top of the line internet, which was with 3BB. I remember when I used to have my house back in the South and I was having the 3BB internet and I would upload videos to YouTube in just a couple minutes. So now those videos might take maybe 20 to 30 minutes to upload compared to 5 minutes when I used to have the faster internet. So off of the top of my head, just some basic costs of groceries and stuff like that. If you want to buy 10 eggs, they will range anywhere from 50 baht to maybe 120 baht, depending on the quality of the eggs. You could buy bottled water for about 10 baht per liter, but I would suggest if you live out in Thailand for a long time, then you might as well get a water purifier. Then you don't have to waste your time getting more and more water all the time. If you're addicted to coffee like I am, then you have to factor in spending maybe anywhere from 40 to 200 baht per day on coffee. So this is my favorite coffee so far, is just the 7-Eleven coffee. This is only 40 baht for an iced Americano, no sugar, no cream. And to be honest, I think it might be the best value for the money. It's really good. A step above from the 7-Eleven coffee, you got Cafe Amazon, which for the iced Americanos, I believe are 70 baht. And then if you want to go premium, then you have those boutique coffee shops and Starbucks, but that's, you're getting into, you know, the 100 or 200 baht per cup range. I will also briefly talk about transportation here in Pattaya. And if you really want to save money, you got to learn how to use what's called the Songtao truck taxis. And those are kind of like a truck with a seating area on the back. So it could seat maybe like 10 people, about 10 people, something like that. And those are only 10 baht. So you pay 10 baht and you could go really, really far. But sometimes if they don't have a lot of customers, sometimes they stop a little early. So that could be kind of annoying sometimes, is they sometimes stop before reaching the destination. So you might have to get off a little early and then try to find another one to go to your final destination. Then the step up from there is hiring like a motorcycle taxi. So those are a little more expensive, but they'll take you directly to the destination that you want to go. And also it'll be very fast. So if there's a lot of traffic or anything like that, it doesn't matter because your motorcycle taxi will find a path to get there as quick as possible. The downside of using the motorcycle taxis is it is a little dangerous and it could be scary at times. And it really sucks if it rains. Then the step up from there is you download an app called Grab, or you download an app called Bolt. And those are pretty much like Uber or Lyft in Thailand. And you basically just summon a car to pick you up, and they have different levels. They have the very low level, which is the cheapest, and then they have very high level, which could be, you know, like a Mercedes-Benz or something picking you up. So for a basic ride to go from, let's say, my condo to central Pattaya, that's the big shopping mall here in Pattaya, just an example, right? If I was to take the Songtao truck taxi, it would cost me 10 baht. But if I was to take a premium car from Grab or Bolt, it could cost me about 250 to 300 baht just for that same trip. So just keep that in mind. You could spend as little or as much money as you want out here in Thailand. Some of you watching may actually be avid golfers. I know a lot of you are more on the older side. And when I say older, I mean around 40 to 60 years old. And if you are interested in golf, there are a few golf courses out here. Two of them that I do like to go to. I like to go to one golf course. It's a par 3 course called Asia Pattaya Golf Course. And it's 9 holes, and the holes range anywhere from 80 yards all the way to 140 yards. And one really cool thing about that golf course is you could play it as many times as you want, and it only costs 420 baht in order to play that golf course. And I usually rent a pull cart for an additional 50 baht. Then you also have another golf course called Phoenix Golf Club. And that golf course is actually pretty cool because there's 3 9-hole courses. So there's a lot of combinations that you can make. And from my memory, I believe it's about 1,800 baht if you play after 3 o'clock. And that includes a caddy, a golf cart, and your 18-hole round. They do have some specials here and there that are going on, but if you were to play in the morning, it's actually quite expensive. I'm thinking it's in the probably around $100 or maybe even a little more if you play in the morning. And they also have the option of having a normal caddy, or you could have a pretty caddy. So the only difference is that if you hire the pretty caddy, they're just good. They're pretty much models, and they'll drive around with you on the course. and that's almost twice as expensive. So if you want the pretty caddy, it's going to cost you 800 baht, but if you want the normal caddy, it's going to cost you 400 baht. That's going to wrap up this video, but make sure to leave any of your questions in the comments below, and either I'll personally respond to them, or maybe some members of the community will respond to them. But try to keep every comment, PG rated. Don't try to do any of the, more provocative comments. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.